Welcome back to another 309 Thursday. Today we're with my dog trainer, Calvin Farmer with Jazzigen Haus K9.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Calvin with Jazzigen Haus K9. We specialize from everything from pet dogs to working dogs. We do everything from basic obedience to advanced competition obedience, as well as protection and working dogs.
So myself and my German Shepherd have been working with Calvin for about 9 months now. I found Calvin because I was looking for a competent trainer, not only to truly train the dog, but more so train myself on how to handle a dog like Xander, which is a high drive, working line German Shepherd. I think so many people have a dog, but yet they don't put in the time or the resource to train the dog, learn what's best for the dog, and then they end up with a potential liability or a dog that really isn't living up to its potential, whatever that potential may be, either in a pet home, like Calvin mentioned, or working line, or then they just have problems and the dog just becomes a nuisance, and I did not want that. So one thing with Xander here is he is a little defensive. When the corona happened, he did not really get much exposure to people. He's very protective of myself and my family, and he likes Calvin, but that's kind of where it stops. So working with Calvin, we've been able to kind of introduce some other people into Xander's life without him reacting and wanting to kill them. But if I did not work with Calvin, I was kind of doing it on my own, I kind of be spinning in circles here, and it probably wouldn't be the best situation for Xander. But again, having that outside knowledge, not just training the dog, but training myself so he can have a good life, and he's again not a problem and a regret of getting a dog like this. So Calvin, how did you get started? I guess, where did you get all your knowledge in training dogs? Or just from some YouTube videos?
So one thing, while I was in the military, I saw a lot of working dogs that were great dogs, but they were just missing something. Or I saw holes in training that could be a lot better. So once I was finished up in the military, I went to a dog training school called Tom Rose. It's located in St. Louis, Missouri. I went there, completed 2 of their programs, kind of came back and started training dogs full time. One thing about dog training is you never know enough. The game is always changing, dogs are always changing, and techniques. So
what do you think is the biggest mistake you see with everyday dog training?
The biggest mistake I see within dog training are people who don't have clear expectations for the dog. Meaning they think just because my dog is a year old or just because my dog is 6 months old, he should know how to do this. Dogs only know what you teach them. Also, they know through trial and error. Meaning if my dog goes and chases after rabbits because I'm giving him the opportunity to do that, then I'm teaching my dog to chase rabbits. The 3 most important things with dog training is timing, consistency, and motivation. With that, you can train your dog. Meaning you have to be consistent so that way you're teaching the dog what it is you want. It has to be black and white, no gray area. The second is motivation. We have to have something your dog wants. Everyone goes to work and they get a paycheck. Same thing for the dog. The dog has to understand every time I do this behavior, I get something for doing it. So whether that's physical praise, food, or a toy. The third step is timing. Timing is really important because that is how we mark and time behaviors. Meaning if I'm teaching a dog to sit, I'm not going to wait until that dog sits for 5 minutes and then reward them, especially in the beginning. I want to reward the dog as soon as their butt hits the ground. Because that way I'm telling the dog you're doing the correct thing. Same thing if the dog gets up out of the sit. I want to correct the dog and teach the dog that that is not what I want. So I have to do the timing correctly, that way the dog understands right and wrong.
So Calvin, if someone wants their dog trained, how can they get in touch with you?
We don't train every dog the same way, meaning each dog and each family needs different things. So the first thing we do is that evaluation, because it allows us to set everyone up for success, build a training plan, and go from there. If you're interested, you can give us a call at 309-550-0746. And again, my name's Calvin. Thank you guys for watching.
Maybe you are ready to call Calvin and you would love a dog, but your current house or apartment, you can't have a dog. Well, that's where I come into play. So if you're looking for that next big yard for your dog, reach out to me, Rich Brecklin, info@soldbybrecklin.com, and I'll make sure to get you that perfect house.